It was a sensational moment. A propeller stops in midair. Holy. Then this awkward dive out. Then a plane crash suspiciously caught on camera from several angles. But this crash was apparently no accident.
No, it wasn't, and we're learning more about it now. Do you remember YouTuber Trevor Jacob? He's the guy who was forced to bail out through no fault of his own from the plane. Anyway, he made this video out of it, by the way. I crashed my airplane, which at this point, as of right now, has 4.1 million views. Not bad, considering that devastating thing that organically happened to you that you happened to catch on cameras, since many were mounted on it. In any event, people instantly thought, no, he definitely did that on purpose. And that became increasingly clear as time went on. But now we know more about why exactly he did it. And it isn't just for the obvious reason to get views on that video, to get clout and all of that. No, he has since pleaded guilty to 1 count of destruction and concealment with the intent to obstruct a federal investigation. 1 count of destruction. That is such an interesting crime. A crime that carries a maximum penalty of 20 years behind bars. Now, in a statement after the crash, back then he said, "I'll happily say I did not purposefully crash my plane for views on YouTube." And he's not exactly wrong. He did not just crash it for views on YouTube. No, apparently he had intended to use the video for a sponsorship deal with an unnamed company that made wallets.
Oh God.
Wallets, everyone. Defendant intended to make money by promoting the wallet in the video that would depict, among other things, defendant parachuting from the airplane and the airplane descending and crashing. How exactly you organically put a wallet promo into that? Do you do it like mid-jump? Do you do it like as you're trying to unlock the door, you're like searching in your wallet for the key? I don't know how you do that, and no word on if he ended up getting the sponsorship.
He did?
I don't know, no word. We don't know. Did he get the money? I don't know.
The wallet broke his fall, or the wallet had the parachute in it. I don't know.
He
There's
just
a lot
used
of
the wallet
ways.
as a parachute.
Absolutely.
No. Anyway, he didn't respond to a request for comment. And look, it's kind of funny how petty like the reasoning behind this was, but the actual thing is not like light. He crashed an airplane. Like that is highly dangerous. He then went and like hauled it away and lied about not knowing where it is. That's part of where the obstruction comes from. But this was an incredibly dangerous thing to do. There's tons of irresponsible stuff that YouTubers do, and I hate the vast majority of it. But it's difficult to come up with something I think more dangerous than this. That it didn't kill anyone, it didn't hit someone's house, it didn't start a fire or something like that.
Yeah, but that grind set mindset, all right. This is the, you got to work. You got to one up it if you're gonna survive late stage capitalism. It's just so sad, right? Like this is where we are in our clickbait hell world, where most people are doing, we do this, but we try to do it semi-honestly. Like at one point, maybe just throw me out of a plane for clicks. You know what I'm saying? Bitchuationroom.com. Everybody buy some merch. No, join the Patreon. Watch the podcast. But it's just a little bit like this is where we are. Like in the future, YouTubers who've crashed planes are going to be running for office.
Yep.
And we're all gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Reality.
Yeah, I don't like it. Can I ask a really stupid question before I move on to my final point? It doesn't seem like enough views for all the trouble. 4.1 million views. I mean, look, that's more than most people would get on a video or whatever, but like there are some stupid videos on TikTok that required no thought or work whatsoever that have way more than 4 million views. You went to a lot of trouble and might spend decades in prison. I just feel like you didn't get a good return on the investment on that.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's a whole story unfolding. Like, yeah, my 30 days in prison. This is what I ate. This is my food.
He only did this so he could get thrown in jail, and that's only to get a sponsorship with a jumpsuit manufacturer.
Yes, it's a long con.
Maybe, yeah, 100%. Anyway, but I will say, I assume this is not going to long-term work out for him in terms of his career or anything. But But it never ceases to amaze me how much other YouTubers, and like I say YouTubers, but I mean people, can get away with, and it doesn't hurt them. Like I watch wrestling these days, and Logan Paul wrestles sometimes. He is admittedly talented as a wrestler, but he's a terrible guy that's done terrible things. He's conned his own viewers. Like, it's just so weird how much people will apologize for, even when it's victimizing them, just because they like the person who went out of their way to abuse them for money. As a society, we have to start to develop, I think, not even just higher standards, minimal standards for what we will allow influencers or whatever to get away with.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.